So let me ask, I have interviewed a lot of liberals on my show here, and I noticed that liberals are easily triggered. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calm as a cucumber.
Why are so many liberals easily triggered?
It's because there's an enormous assault of bullshit coming at everybody in this country who's fair-minded these days and who cares about those who are in need and cares about the state of the environment, the planet, the country, the rule of law, the state of facts. And so there's a lot coming at us, and we need to speed up our pace at addressing these problems. And when there's a lot of bullshit and there's a guy literally making up garbage every day and his followers swallow it up, they should call him his swallowers, because they really just swallow whatever he gives them, puts right in their mouth. And you're doing the same. Just take whatever that Trump says uncritically.
And
He
so,
makes up things and they're facts to you.
Come back.
And he
Come back.
and
You're
he
deviating. Come back.
and we, but
Come-
and
hey,
then
come back,
facts
come back.
even about our troops.
So you're saying
even
that-
about our troops, that's not a fact to you.
You're saying that liberals are easily triggered because after a while they can't handle the situations that are happening in their lives?
No, because it's very important to be passionate about the problems we're facing.
Amazing.
Triggered is the same as being passionate about things.
So even for the men as well?
Say again?
Even for the men, it's okay that they should be triggered, that they give in to being triggered because they're being passionate?
Well, men historically are a lot more triggerable than women. Women are, generally speaking, more even keel in a public square. Men are the ones who started all the wars in history, if you look at it.
That's amazing.
Facts or not facts?
That's
Facts or
amazing.
not facts? Ignore the question. All right.
Are most liberal men beta males?
I don't think so.
Why are they easily triggered? Because only a beta male would be triggered.
No, because Trump snowflakes are the most triggerable people in the world.
Have you ever been
You say
triggered?
one thing against Trump and they lose their minds.
Have you ever been triggered before?
Sure.
When the last time you were triggered?
I get triggered oftentimes.
And what when you're in a situation and you are triggered, what happens during that situation that made you lose it?
People say lies blatantly to my face. They share opinions that disregard the well-being of millions of people in this country to just for some reason line further the pockets of rich corporations that they don't even work for or benefit from because they're brainwashed by the president. And that's pretty scary and triggering to me.
On your video I saw where you were triggered on Tommy Lahire's show.
Uh-huh.
What was that like to be triggered in front of women?
You don't like women so much, huh?
No,
You
what
don't
was that
respect
like
them?
for you to be triggered in front of women?
It doesn't bother me to be triggered in front of a woman any more than it does in front of a man because I think all people are equal. It's an idea you should look into.
You were not embarrassed by that the women saw that you were being triggered?
Oh no, I don't have a fragile male ego like you do. I have a very strong male ego that is able to show a full range of emotions and not have it crumble me like a very weak exterior that you're putting out to the world.
But
I'm
even the
comfortable
woman-
having emotion in front of all people, even in front of animals.
Even one of the women made a joke about you being triggered.
Uh-huh.
She said, "Oh, what is he, a comedian?"
Uh-huh.
Did that bother you though?
Well,
when
it
she
was,
made that
it was a
joke?
very unintelligent, silly comment
In what way?
because she saw my clear, real emotion and she just tried to diffuse it by not acknowledging the reality of it because there's no facts that can defend these indefensible policies, refusing even common sense gun control.
Did you feel like a beta male when she made a joke about you being triggered?
No, I don't look at humanity or masculinity in such stark, primitive, uninformed terms as beta or alpha.
Beta!
Alpha! I'm alpha, baby. But a true alpha?
Did you feel like an
This is-
alpha male when you were triggered and the woman made a joke about you being triggered?
Oh, absolutely I did.
You felt like an alpha?
Absolutely I did. I tore off my mic and stormed out. It's a pretty strong thing to do.
Are
Strong.
you married?
Oh, I'm not married, but let me say one thing. And I'm having, by the way, so much premarital sex it would blow your mind. But let me make very clear something else. One of the great problems with society is that people think admitting mistakes or showing emotion is weakness. It's the exact opposite. People who are afraid to admit mistakes, unable to because they think it'll crack the shell of their very fragile Humpty Dumpty ego, or afraid to show emotions and have to have this rigid, false, 50-year-ago version of what masculinity is, are people who are so fragile that they lose their mind if you make one joke about their dear leader Trump. To be a real man, you have to be able to experience the full range of emotion admit a mistake and let it make you stronger because you now have learned from your mistakes and not have some fragile ego like Trump does that you can't ever admit a mistake as though you're some messiah when he's a clearly lying moron. That's a beta male. Trump's a beta male.
Okay, I got it. When you were growing up,
Yeah.
were you raised by your father and mother?
You better believe it.
They both were in the home?
Yep.
And did your mother trigger your father?
Probably, sometimes.
And you would see your father being triggered by your
And
your
vice
mother?
versa.
But you would see your father being triggered by your mother?
At times.
And did you think that, oh, I love my dad. He's triggered by my mother. You think that was normal at the time?
Well, of course it's normal. Healthy relationships are ones that are two-way relationships and equal. And again, I know you want to go back to like a 1950s,
So when you were
keep the woman in the
kid,
kitchen kind of vibe.
So
And I know
we-
you also have said that you think one of the biggest mistakes America made was giving women the right to vote. It's an insane opinion, but you can have it because it's America and we have free thought
when
here.
you were a kid
Yep.
and you would see your mother trigger your father,
Mm-hmm.
you would think as a kid, right on, my dad has been triggered by my mother. You would think that that was normal?
No, my thought would be, I love to see two equal people have an equal argument in a relationship.
So you love seeing your father being triggered?
I just like seeing people deal with things issue by issue and not stick in these camps that for some reason people like you love to put people into camps and not see people and things issue by issue. You like to have these old, disproven, false archetypes. That's all you can see the world under. It's a very simplistic way to see the world.
So you like seeing your father being triggered by
You
your
see how
mother?
you won't engage me in the conversation? You just keep going back to your same questions.
You like
I'm advancing the conversation and you won't even respond to it, let alone acknowledge it. You won't respond to my thoughts. You just keep repeating your question, trying to get a gotcha of me saying
No,
something
I'm
on
trying
camera.
to get answers from you.
I've answered every question.
So you're saying, yes, I like seeing my father being triggered
I
by
did
my
not
mother.
say yes. You weren't listening.
That's what I'm waiting for, an answer.
I already
for that.
answered many
I
times.
told you I'm black and slow. I need like answers yes and no sometimes. And blah, but you know how black people are. They slow.
And I just see humans. You know what I mean?
You never met a black person.
Sometimes I see lime green or orange humans.
So let me ask, were you happy seeing your father being triggered by your mother?
When was the last time you cried?
You're not answering my question.
When was the last
yet.
time you cried?
Answer my question.
No,
then.
my question was first. Order of.
I can't remember the last time. Maybe,
But you have cried.
Let me see what I have before.
And what made
I
you
used
cry?
to be a beta male too.
Okay.
I was weak like you are. And I
Oh,
was,
really?
I used to be easy trigger, beta male.
So if you ever
I
cry-
would cry at the movie.
So if you ever cry, you're a beta male?
One time I cried over my girlfriend breaking up. She and I broke up.
Uh-huh.
And I went to a movie and I cried. So when I got home, Mommy said, "Why are you crying?" I just said, "A sad movie."
It's a beautiful tale. But if you ever
So
cry now,
now that
if you
I've
ever cry,
answered
you're a
that-
beta male?
Now that I answered that, when you saw your mother triggering your father, you thought, "Wow, that's cool."
Nope.
What did you think when you saw your father being triggered by your mother?
I just thought, oh, my parents are fighting again.
And how about when your father would trigger your mother?
Same.
It didn't bother you to see that your father was weak?
It's weak to you both ways?
With your father, when your mother did it to your father,
No, because you keep
it
not
didn't
hearing.
bother, it didn't bother you.
No,
to
because you
see-
keep not acknowledging me saying I do
and
not.
You didn't see it as a weakness.
I do not see it as weakness to
Okay.
show emotion or to be able to have a equal relationship.
Are you an emotional
I see
person?
that as strength. Sure. Are you
No.
at all? Sad to not have emotion in life, huh?
No, it's sad to
You're just a
have it.
mechanistic way to live.
It's sad to have it.
Really, the whole point of life is to feel it.
Real men are not, alpha males are not emotional males.
Really, that's so sad.
Only beta males. But let me ask,
Feeling life to you is
are
weakness.
you in favor
You
of
should
the
just go
big,
through like a soldier.
Are you in favor of the big, beautiful wall going up around the borders?
No, it's such a dumb idea.
It's a dumb idea to put the wall up around the border.
It is not a racist idea like some liberals paint it, but it's a dumb idea
And why is it a dumb idea?
because it's ineffective. Because a lot of illegal, undocumented people come through tunnels, which hot tip go under walls. Because it is very expensive. We don't have the money because already they're going to have flood doors opened up for months at a time in these walls to avoid floods hitting the wall and crushing it, which kind of would obviously allow immigrants to come through that wall because people are already chainsawing through it. He claims it's indestructible, but it's not. You can easily cut through it.
And
Trump said in one of his rallies,
when you say it's
there'll be
not-
no way over the wall unless you have like a ladder, which, hot tip, there are ladders.
When you
And people
say
can climb
it's
over them
not-
with them.
When you say it's not racist, why do you say it's not racist to have
Because
a
we
wall?
can protect our borders. I think it's a smart idea to protect our borders in our
And that's
country.
not racist? Mexicans?
Yeah, you don't.
You stayed up all night to get a Mexican?
What I what?
You ever,
Stay up all night to get lucky. When it said lucky, you get Mexican. Is that what you're
Stayed up
referring
all
to?
night to get a Mexican. I stayed up all night to get
Yeah, I
Is
was.
that a song?
Yeah.
You know that song "Happy" by Pharrell?
I
Stay
don't.
up all night to get lucky.
Oh, you said lucky?
Yes, lucky. Not Mexican. Why would you think about Mexican?
Oh, I thought you stayed up all night to get a Mexican.
No.
Oh, but you stayed up all night to get lucky?
Yeah, lucky.
Oh. So I want to learn what's wrong with the millennial men and disease. What's wrong with
Can we work our way down? Let's go boomers and then millennials and then Z.
But you're a Z, right?
Yeah.
And you're a millennial.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
30
guess
is-
so.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you smoke pot?
No,
Do you?
No.
And why don't you smoke pot?
I just never cared to try it.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's important to you?
Important to me? Enjoyment.
What do you mean enjoyment?
Like enjoying things. It's like don't do something if you're not gonna enjoy it. Like if you know, unless you're absolutely have to, like if you were homeless and you have to go and wash dishes and you hate it, like, yeah, okay, that's different. You need money. But like you're gonna do something, you should enjoy it. That's probably the most important
So
thing
do
to
you
me.
enjoy everything you do?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Absolute everything you do, you enjoy.
Yeah.
And the things that you don't enjoy, you don't do?
No.
Really?
No.
And how about you? What's important to you?
What's important? Staying healthy and family.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And when you say family, what do you mean?
I mean, mom, dad, brother, sister, taking care of them.
Uh,
That's really it.
will you one day have your own family?
Of course.
And who are you closest to right now, your father or your mother?
I think both.
You close to both? I know that you saw my show and you wanted to come on. What was your impression of the fallen state when you first saw it?
Do you want me to be honest or do you want me to be nice?
Be honest, totally honest.
Honest, I mean, I thought it was a joke. Like I thought this was like a comedic skit that it was. And then I saw you were legit, so I wanted to come on.
Yeah.
And I happened to see you at the gym, and
And what's your impression of it now?
now, I mean, I'm talking to you. You're a real person. This isn't a joke. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can get somewhere.
Oh, yeah? And what's wrong with you and Z that half of them are missing? Like, you don't have more characters, like anything goes, whatever you want to do is all right. You just want to have fun. What happened to you people?
Well, what makes you think that half the people are missing? What makes you think that? Is there a statistic? Is there data? Or is it just, I feel this way?
I noticed that I've talked to a lot of millennials and Zs, and like they're okay. They seem to be okay with anything. You know, like there are no standards. On this half, there are no standards. Am I wrong about that?
I would think you have standards and judgment being confused. I think we're less judgmental than our older generation.
Oh, the Zs are less judgmental?
Yeah.
About what?
They're more acceptance with everything. I mean, anything and everything, you name it.
Anything you accept it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going through a struggle, people are more accepting. If you're going through anything, people are more accepting of it.
And what made you that way? What made the Zs that way that they would accept anything?
I could speak for myself, and for myself, I've seen what people go through.
Yeah.
I've seen broke, rich, dirt poor, poverty. So, I mean, everyone starts at the bottom, and if we judge them, they're going to be longer at the bottom.
Oh, they will?
Yeah.
Are you from here?
No, I was born in Pakistan.
Oh, you were born in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Are you a U.S. citizen now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with millennials that anything goes? You guys don't have any standard at all.
I think that's a very general thing to say, because a lot of the people I grew up with, they're very opinionated and they do have standards. So like maybe more specific, maybe some people you talk to, I think a lot of the people you talk to are from LA and it's kind of like, this is gonna sound like the worst thing to say, but a lot of people that come to LA are kind of the people who are just like the free-spirited people from everywhere else in America. So they seem to be just carefree and not have opinions and not have standards when that's not what the rest of the world's like.
So you told me you're from D.C., right?
Yeah,
You were
DC
born
area.
in Washington, D.C.
Maryland, but the DMV area.
Right.
So I grew up
And do you
around
have
all that.
standards, more standards,
I mean, what do you mean by that? Like standards in what?
anything?
Yeah, I have standards in a lot of things.
Do you know what it means to have more standards?
More standards?
Moral, M-O-R-A-L.
Moral.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
You
got
do?
moral standards.
What does that mean to have that?
To have morals.
Do you have morals?
Yeah, I have morals.
What are your morals?
As in what? There's different types of morals for different things. Like, I'm not gonna walk outside and rob him. You know, I've got morals there just because he probably makes more money. I mean, I don't know, but like, I'm assuming. Let's say he's a rich guy and he's
Because-
drunk on the street. I'm not gonna go and take his wallet from him. Like,
So
I
you're
got
thinking
morals.
that he made more money because he's a foreigner and then come in with more money?
I was saying example.
Oh, well, you
know?
looked at him and you just saw he had all the money. You know how those Arabs are.
I don't
how do
know
you-
how those Arabs
But I'm
are.
not, I'm not an Arab though.
Oh, you look like
He's
one.
from
I look like
Pakistan.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes. And so, do you support abortion?
I mean, yes. Yeah,
No
it's like
morals.
that's not no morals. I mean, look, if I get a girl pregnant, right?
Right.
It's her choice. If she wants my opinion on it, I'll give her my opinion.
What
But
would
if
be
she
your
is,
opinion?
what do you say?
What would be your opinion?
I mean, that matters on the situation. Like, what's the situation? Like, all right, so let's say I am dating a actress. She's 20 years old. She has a chance. I get her pregnant. And, you know, she asks for me my opinion. I'm going to say, if you really want to do acting, you know, get an abortion, because you're not going to be able to go have a child at 20 years old and then be an actress. You're going to have to
So-
figure out something else to do, or wait until you're, 40 years old to go back to acting.
So you get this girl pregnant and she says, Stephen, I'm pregnant with your child.
Yeah.
And I want to be an actress. And so I don't want to have this baby. I want to kill your child so I can be an actress. And you would say,
I'd say, all right, if that's what you want to do, then let's go. I'll take you. Let's go.
see, I told you you have no morals.
How is that no morals?
Why you want to kill your own child over someone wanting to be an actress?
It's not killing your own child. That's
It's
first
yours.
of all, it's hers.
It's
She's
not-
the one who has to carry it. She's the one who has to birth it.
But it
She's the
came
one who's
from
going to have to
you.
raise it
It
more than
came
I
from
do.
you, though.
It's both of our childs.
You put the bread in the oven, though.
Yeah, but who owns the oven?
She doesn't own it.
She owns the oven.
No, you own
That
the
is her.
oven.
I do not own her uterus.
Oh, amazing. So you wouldn't care. You wouldn't mind at all if she killed your child.
I mean, there would probably be a part of me that minds, but it's her choice.
Who gave her that choice?
She did. It's.
Did she create the body?
Did she create the body? Did I create my body?
Did she create the body?
No, but did I create
Well, how
my
did
body?
it become her choice?
Because it's her body, it's her brain.
But she didn't create the body, so it's not her body.
Just because you didn't create something doesn't mean you don't own it. I could make many things and give it to people. I have made things and given them to people. I've helped my dad build houses, and they're not our houses. Those people didn't create it, but they own them.
But a thing is not like a body.
Yeah, then the way you're talking about it, it is. Because you're saying that she doesn't own her body
She
because it was
doesn't.
created for her,
When
right?
She can tell
Wait,
me
so who owns her
when
body?
she can tell me how she created the body, then I can say, okay, it's yours.
Okay. How did you create your body?
I didn't.
Okay, so you
So
don't
my
own
body
your
is
body.
not my own.
So you're saying that God owns your body.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Do you agree or
religious
disagree?
wise, I disagree. And
disagree?
I think God would disagree that he owns your body. I think he would say your spirit owns your body. Nobody owns your
why
body.
do you think that?
Why do I think that?
Uh-huh.
Because that's part of why we're on earth. If you're religious, you read about that.
But God said your body is not your own.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the body is basically what it is.
So
It's not
meaning
your
that
own
you don't
body.
have a right to kill a child because it's not your body. It's a temple of God.
Yeah, but the whole point of the temple of God of your body is to protect the spirit inside it.
What does that mean?
Your soul, your spirit.
No.
Yeah.
How about you? You for abortion?
Situational. I mean, if the mother's life is at risk, then yes.
Only if she's going to die from having a baby?
If, let's say, a situation like if they can't support the baby, let's say that the baby's when she's born, or the baby is born and they can't provide for it, then I would be for it. Because
So if your girlfriend got pregnant and she goes, oh, son, I'm pregnant with your little boy, and I can't afford it, so I'm going to kill it.
like I said, it's all situational, depending on the situation. And
Well, I
that's
just told you, she said,
that's a
"I'm
very
gonna
that's a
kill
very
it."
broad situation, and it would be what she wants. I mean, at the end of the
So
day.
you would say what?
No, I would be my situation too. So my point, or sorry, my opinion in that situation is valid, but it would also be 50-50.
So if she said, Hassan, I'm going to kill your little boy because I can't afford it, would you say, okay, go ahead. It's your body, kill it?
No, we would look at alternatives. I mean, let's say the baby's born and then we give it up for adoption. Let's
No,
say,
she said she want to kill it before it born. And
I mean, at
would
that
you
point,
say,
what power,
okay, your
what
body?
power do I have? So if she already made her mind, what's the point of asking the question? What power do I have?
Would you go along with it?
What option do I have if she already made up her mind?
Would you go along with it?
No, but what option do I have if she already made up her mind?
I'm asking you, would you go along with it?
If I'm disagreeing with it, then no.
Would you disagree?
Situational.
No, I just told you the situation. She can't afford it, but she has your baby in her body, and she's going to kill it because she can't afford it. Would you be okay with that?
I mean, I can't give you a straight answer because I'm for and against it. So I can't give you a straight answer on that
She's
one.
not going to die. She's like, I'm not dying. I'm going to live. I can have a baby, no problem. I just can't afford it, so I'm going to kill it.
Well,
And
okay.
you're the daddy, Hassan. I know you're the daddy. What would you say?
Well, I wouldn't get a girl pregnant. So
What would you say?
what
mean,
would I
what would
say?
you say?
What would I say in that situation? I mean, I would want to know what she's feeling, and depending on how I'm feeling.
What would you say in that? She just told you, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I just can't afford it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I'm going to kill it. It's your baby.
I want to use the term killing it because it's not completely alive. So I think that it also depends on the stage. If she found out very early, then yes, I'm for it. If she because I would rather have no child than a child that can't afford to feed.
Amazing. You went to college, right?
I'm going to college, correct?
Did you go to college?
I went to a little bit.
Were you brainwashed in college?
Brainwashed? No.
Were you demoralized before you went to college or after you went?
Demoralized?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say I'm demoralized.
How about you?
What about me?
Were you demoralized before you went to college or after you went?
I mean, I'm the same boat. I don't think I'm demoralized. I think I have more morals than most people.
You do? That's why it's okay to kill your child in the womb because she can't afford it?
That's not what I said, but sure. Let's go ahead with that. That's not what I said.
Homosexuality, is that normal or abnormal?
I mean, people do what they want. I can't judge them. Like I said, I'm not judgmental. People do what they want. I'm not, as long as they're not forcing their beliefs on me, I don't care what they do.
Is it normal or abnormal?
I would think it's abnormal because most people are straight.
So you say abnormal?
Yes.
What do you say?
I 100% agree with him. It's abnormal because statistically there are less.
Yeah.
So normal is the more.
So if some guy told you, oh, I'm a homosexual, I'm proud, what would you say?
Good for you.
Good for you. I mean, as long as you don't tell me what to live or how to believe, I don't care what you do.
How about drag queens?
Drag
Men who dress in dresses and think that they're a woman, they take off the men body part and hook
Yeah.
on a woman body part. Is that abnormal?
Yeah, definitely.
How about you?
Yeah.
Would you hang out with drag queens?
I have, yeah.
You hung out with drag queens?
Yeah, they're nice people.
Men dressed in dresses?
They're nice people, most of them. I mean, they're just like everyone. There's some that suck and there's some that are nice.
There are some
Most-
that sucks.
Yes, there are some that suck.
I don't think I would be saying that right now. Are you saying that there's
hold
some
on.
that suck
Have
too?
you? I mean, maybe I'm not gonna. I don't know. I've never hung out with any. So
So you hung out with drag queens?
Yeah,
And have you gone to a homosexual bar
yeah.
and you danced with them?
I don't dance. But
hold on.
Have
Just
you
to-
ever danced with homosexuals?
No, I mean, I did a little bit of ballet. I'm sure some of the guys in there were gay. They just didn't
Have
know
you
at
ever
the time.
knowingly danced with homosexuals at a homosexual bar?
No, I don't dance when I go to clubs or bars.
Huh?
I don't dance when I go to clubs or bars.
And how about you?
No, I've never been to a bar. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Would you? Oh, you don't drink. So would you go to a homosexual bar?
No.
Because I know a lot of millennial guys who've gone to homosexual clubs and parties and they dance with them.
I haven't even been to a straight bar. Why would I go to a
Would you
homosexual
do
bar?
that?
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
I understand that because, it's not about like, oh, I'm at a gay bar and there's gay guys dancing around. The DJs at gay bars are actually awesome. They play really good music and it's a
Right.
lot of fun.
And so that'll make you want to dance with a homosexual?
I mean, you don't have to dance with a homosexual. You just go on the dance floor and everyone's dancing. Then no
Yeah.
one's really dancing with
Just-
anybody.
Have
What do you
you-
mean?
I mean, it's just a big floor and everybody's out there dancing. Usually when you go and dance at a club or something like that, you go with your friends anyway and you dance with your friends. You don't, it's kind of like the weird guys who like walk up to random people and start dancing on them and stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? I don't know
so
you.
it seems weird
At least
to
talk
dance.
to me first.
It seems weird to dance one to another, but in groups and everybody just standing there doing their thing. That's more normal now.
I mean,
Are you talking
for
about
younger
groups of
people,
guys or
you're
groups
talking
of
about
girls?
clubs.
At a club.
At a club?
With guys.
I mean, everybody's dance. There's guys, there's girls. There's actually a lot of women at gay bars too because they
Are they
don't
lesbians?
No.
Lesbians!
Most of them are straight because they don't get hit on by obnoxious guys all night. They just want to go have fun and dance.
At a gay bar?
Yeah, because the gay guys won't hit on them.
So do you go to gay bars often?
No, I've been to one time. I don't drink either, and I don't
yeah.
smoke, so I don't really go out.
Oh, I see.
I've been out like 4 times this year.
And you don't go at all because you don't drink or smoke or something?
No, I haven't been to a straight bar. My friends go. I have no need to.
What's important to you?
What's important to me? Being happy and making sure everyone around me is taken care of.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. How about you?
Didn't you already ask me
What's
that?
important to you?
Important to me, other than enjoying life?
Yeah.
I mean, people who are nice to me.
People who are nice to you?
Yeah.
How about those who are not nice to you?
I just don't bother with them. Just say whatever happens to them. I don't
You
care.
do?
Yeah.
Are you a Christian?
I'm Mormon LDS, so whatever that is. As a Christian, I don't know.
You're Mormon LDS?
Yeah.
What's the LDS?
I think it's Latter-day Saints.
You're not sure?
No, yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
And how did you become a Mormon? Was it an accident or something?
I was
You don't
born
see-
into it. My mom's side of the family is Mormon. My dad's not, so I was born into it. They never really forced it on me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Did you live in Utah? Isn't that where they from?
No, actually,
No, it was an
there's-
example for.
There's more Mormons in like Wyoming and stuff like
Than Utah?
Than Utah, yeah.
But no, a lot of them in Utah, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. That's like the hub of it, because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where the school BYU is.
And they have a bunch of white babies.
I guess there's actually a lot of diversity up in Utah. You'd be surprised.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, are you a Christian?
No, I'm Muslim.
You Muslim?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You like? Are you like one of those Allahu Akbar people?
What do you think that word means?
Well, I don't know what it means, but I
But
know
you
when I
s-
hear
but
it
you
out
said
loud,
you-
what's going to happen next?
What's that supposed to represent?
Chopping off the head.
Chopping off the.
Allahu Akbar.
So what does that word mean?
I'm about to take your head off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the actual definition of that word?
Die.
It actually means God is great. That's all it means. God is great.
Well, why do they have to yell that out before they get chop your head off?
Because they're radical and they give good Muslims a bad name. Actual Muslims a bad name.
Yes.
How come
yes.
Muslims don't protest against them?
They are. Where are they not protesting?
I never see them in the street anywhere here protesting.
I mean, have you ever been to a mosque?
Oh, yeah.
Which mosque have you been to?
Culver City, Hollywood.
And
all around.
have you asked the imams there how they feel about radical Muslims?
No, when I see them get on their knees and they go, oh.
So what you're doing
I'm
is
out of
so
there.
what you're doing
I'm
is
like,
making
what the?
so what you're doing is making fun of the way we pray. Is that what it is?
scares me.
Why?
Because I don't
Because
know
he
they
doesn't
say
understand
like.
it.
Yeah.
So what?
Because he doesn't understand it.
Right.
So it
Thank
scares
you.
Do you speak any other
And I
language?
don't know, they're trying
Do
to
you
cut my head off. And
do you speak do you speak any other language?
Are you afraid of?
Can
no.
I ask you
No,
a question?
no.
Okay, so let's say if I speak my native language, which is Urdu, you would be scared? Why?
Yeah.
Kyun?
I'll be like, English,
Why?
because this is America.
Okay, and? But isn't America multicultural?
Yes.
It shouldn't be though,
Why?
because it divides us. Because these people come in from all these different countries, and they bring their crazy ideas with them, and they want to turn this country into their idea where they came from. I don't like that. Do you?
I mean, I'm more for diversity. What's wrong with diversity? I mean, we have multicultural food, multicultural clothes. I think cultural differences is what makes us be together, is what helps us.
No,
And why is that?
becoming one make us be together.
Yeah, we're one human.
One nation under God.
Yeah, we're one nation with multicultural groups.
But I don't like that.
But why? Is it because I think that's I don't want to use the word racist, but I think that's what you're coming off across as.
What do you mean?
Is that you don't want people from other races to come into America because of their race.
No, because of that and their crazy ideas too.
So are you agreeing to being racist? Is that what it is?
I'm not. No such thing as racism.
You don't think there's racism?
And
So
never
if you
been.
hate, so let's say hypothetically, I don't like your skin color, which is not true, but would that not be racist?
No,
Be racist.
Why would that not be
that'd
racist?
be hateful.
It is hateful.
Yeah,
Racism
but
is hateful.
isn't
No.
racism hateful?
No,
I don't understand why not.
because it's not. You either love or you hate.
No, but why is it not? I know it's not, but why is it not?
Because it doesn't exist. No such thing as racism.
No such thing as racism?
It's either you agree or disagree. Either you have hate or you have love.
I mean,
There's
there's a very
that's too simple.
There's
to
a
have
very
it.
broad. Okay, yes.
Yeah,
But that's how
there's
it is.
There's a
there's
very broad
gray
definition
area
of
in between
racism.
there.
Yeah.
So what?
There's a gray area in
There's no
between
gray.
hate and
Where's
love.
the gray?
You can't just go like this is bad so it's hate, this is good so it's love. There's stuff in between that line for
Like
sure.
what? What's between them?
Racism.
Yeah, racism.
No,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
a made-up word.
So
All words are made up.
Especially those kind of words.
racism. All right. What else?
No such thing as racism, sexism, homophobiaism, Islamophobism, deadbeat dadism, white supremacism. No isms.
No isms at
No
all.
ism. No ism. No
I mean,
ism.
I think
isms.
isms are a bad thing, but
They don't
there are
exist. They're
definitely
made up by the
isms
children
are
of the
definitely a
lie.
real thing.
They're made up by the children of the lie.
What are the children of a lie?
The liberal media, the Democratic Party, the right-o Republicans, the black race hustlers, and the never Trumpers, people who hate good. They make up words to deceive you.
You said Republicans were in there too, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
what's-
So
yeah,
like
what are
all
rhino-
politics,
So,
basically.
no. Wait, he
yeah.
said Rhino Republicans. What are Rhino Republicans?
Oh, he did. He didn't say.
Anybody except the Great White Hope.
Everybody except Trump.
Yeah.
Trump. Okay, so you think Trump
See,
is good?
Did you know who the Great White Hope was?
If I really thought about it, I could figure it out because I have heard it before.
Yeah.
Really?
And see,
Yeah.
he knew right away Trump. Right?
Yeah. Well, because I've watched.
Trump's the Great White Hope?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No,
calling
he's
Trump.
not.
Yeah, see, who did you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, he did just
But
get
you said
impeached,
you
right?
could figure it out.
I've heard it before, so if I really.
So did you
thought
celebrate him getting impeached?
He's not impeached.
Well, he's
Well,
officially impeached, but now the Senate. Now there's going to
Yeah.
be a trial.
No, it was
It's
an
like-
act, all an act.
Really?
They didn't find him guilty of
So-
anything.
So if
It was just all actors on a stage.
so, if you go to Wikipedia and search up impeached presidents,
Right.
tell me if you see Donald Trump there or not.
No,
No? Can you do that right now?
he's not there.
Can you do that right now? Just Wikipedia.
You may see him there, but it's still not real. It was an act.
Is it because liberal
Did
media?
you believe that it was real?
Oh yeah.
What did he do to deserve impeachment?
I mean, what was that? Obstruction of Congress and then foreign affairs.
What did he do to obstruct Congress?
With Ukraine. Do you not know what happened with Ukraine?
Do you believe that happened?
Yeah.
Why do you believe that?
Because I mean, he withheld military aid to
Why
Ukraine.
do you believe that what they said was true? Even though when they got the transcript of the actual what really happened, there was no evidence of that at all. Why do you believe that happened?
So let's say if I didn't believe it.
But you do. I
Yeah,
wanna
no,
know
I
why.
do. But let's say if I don't believe it.
Why
tell me,
do you believe
But
it?
tell me
You're not
why.
answering
Tell
my
me why he
question.
would get impeached for that if it wasn't
I
true.
will, but tell
I'm
me-
just a puny person in the middle of nowhere. My opinion doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
What matters is the people who make the choices. And tell me why, if it wasn't true, why he got impeached.
After you tell me why do you believe it did happen when there's
I mean,
no
I'm
proof that it did?
gonna believe multiple news sources. I don't believe one single news source. I believe multiple news sources.
Why do you believe them?
I mean, it's a good question. Why do you believe what you believe?
No, you didn't answer my question yet.
Why do I believe them? Because based off of facts.
What facts did they have?
And in what situation are you talking about? Trump? Or are you talking about
Trump.
in
I'm still
general?
talking about the Great White Hope.
Trump. You're still talking about Trump. Let's make that
What
clear.
facts did they have that would cause them to?
I mean, okay, so
Impeach him.
so if he threatened to withhold military aid, do you not think that's
He didn't threaten that.
he didn't?
No.
So people are just, hey, he did that, so let's impeach him.
Right.
So he's impeached.
He's phony impeached. It's not real.
Okay.
Did you believe that about him?
What?
Well, how do you feel about the Great White Hope being so-called impeached?
I mean, he's technically being impeached right now. Technically.
How is he technically being impeached when it's all an act? They found nothing that he did wrong.
Well, that's part of what everyone's complaining about because, like, a lot of people feel like they didn't find anything that they did wrong. They also
Right.
stepped over the checks and balances of the Constitution to get him impeached,
Right.
which will open up a door for when the Democrats have a president, the Republicans go, we don't like you, we're going to step over the checks and balances of the Constitution. So they really fuck things up for the country. Am I allowed to say that? Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's
Okay.
how millennials talk.
Yeah, but they really opened a door they shouldn't have opened.
Right.
You know, and if even like I read a lot of stuff on it. Like I don't just listen. I do research for months at a time. Like I really, and like the things that I've read, it's all this says, and there's not really any evidence of either side being correct or telling the truth of anything.
Well, at least on their side, for sure.
Yeah, like the last thing I read is that the main witness of this impeachment won't be on trial. They won't give his name. No one knows who he is. He didn't have firsthand experience of what was going on. So how are they actually impeaching him? And I don't even know if that's true, because there's so many opposing things going on. It's
That's right.
It's just, honestly, it's just like.
So what do you think about Hassan? He's ready to believe anything.
I mean, he can't believe what he's a smart guy. He builds his own opinions, and like my opinion
But he
is
doesn't
all
have
of
his
this
own
stuff.
opinion. He only has the opinion of someone else.
You said what?
He only has the opinion of someone else.
No, he's
He said
made his
multiple
own
news
opinion.
No. He just said multiple news sources.
So how do you get
So
your
what do you
news?
think about a guy who only has the opinion of someone else and not knowing for himself?
I mean, that's kind of like what I just described. You really don't have a choice but to build your own opinion off of what other people
You
are
do
saying.
have a choice.
What
It's kinda
choice do you have?
hard
So are you telling me
nowadays.
that I should talk to Trump myself and ask him?
If you-
and that's
if-
the only way I can make my opinion. Did you talk
No.
to? Hold on. Did you talk to Trump? Is that how you know that he didn't do it?
You to do what he did is to read and find out for
Yeah.
yourself what's true.
Well, is that not what we do with news? I mean, what's the difference between listening to news and reading
The
news?
liberal media hate Trump, so they're never going to tell you the truth about anything.
So everything is a lie?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Have you
So,
noticed
wait, no.
that since he first entered office, right,
Uh-huh.
as president, they said way back then, we're going to impeach him. He got voted in. It's illegitimate. We're going to impeach him. They've been talking that from day one.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had nothing to do it then. What do you think about that?
I mean, the Democrat Party was expecting something to happen. For him to do something stupid, I mean, it's Trump.
Is that a reason to say I'm going to impeach someone?
I mean, no.
Because you're expecting something
No.
to happen? Right.
I'm not going to stand up for a party just because I have aligning
But you're
beliefs.
standing up for the Democrats right now.
I'm standing up for what happened.
Are you a Democrat?
Sure.
I'll rest my case.
What?
I'll rest my case. Are you a Democrat?
I'm neither. Screw politics.
What?
Screw politics. They're all just a bunch of freaking rich liars who don't care about anything but their bank account.
Do you vote?
I do, yeah. I usually vote for third-party people who are never going to win.
That's who I voted, but I regret. I mean, I don't regret.
I mean,
it, but-
honestly, this whole impeachment thing, everything that's been going on, okay, let's talk about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein had every powerful person in politics going to his island
Yeah.
and having sex with underage children for the past 20 years, and no one's talking about it. Honestly, this whole impeachment thing might even just be a cover-up for
sham
that,
for him. I
to
mean-
make people focus on that and
It
not the
is.
fact that they're all a bunch of freaking perverts.
That's part of it, but they hate the president too.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of hates the president
Wait,
right now.
How do you know they hate the president?
Because from day one they were shocked that he won,
But how are you?
and they have not gotten over the shock.
And how do you know that? What articles are you reading?
It's all over. It's apparent.
So you're-
because
so
they
you're
have
taking-
nothing on the guy. And day one they talked about impeachment.
So you're taking
I
other
know why
people's
they hate
opinion.
him. Do you know why they hate him?
No.
Why are you a Democrat? Real men are not Democrats.
Why not?
Beta. Why are you
Well,
a
why don't you
Democrat?
ask me about my beliefs instead of generalizing me? Why don't you ask me
Are
about
you a
my
Democrat?
Yes.
That's your belief. Why are you a Democrat?
Why? Because I have aligning beliefs, and I think everyone should be taken care of.
What is it about the Democratic Party that you believe?
I mean, there's multiple things. One, Medicare for all. One, making sure everyone is stable, and one, making sure everyone has food in their mouth.
But that sounds like a mother.
What?
That sounds like a mama.
Yes, it does.
So you feel like a mama?
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to take care of people. I do that on a daily basis. I make
But
sure
that's
everyone
not
around
normal
me is
for
fed.
men if he's thinking that way.
Why not? So
Because
hold on. So,
men believe that you should work for yourself.
So-
you should earn your way.
so-
you should do this.
So
you
if
know.
you see a homeless person on the street and you have extra food, you're not going to give him the food
Right.
because he should work hard for it instead of,
Yeah.
hey, I have this extra piece of bread, I'm just going to give it to him.
Would you give a homeless person your bread?
Yeah, I give homeless people food all the time.
Why?
Because they're hungry and I'm not.
But if they got up and went and got a job, would they be hungry?
I mean, a lot of them do have
If
jobs.
they went up and
I've been
if they
homeless
got-
before with jobs.
If they got up and went and got a job, would they be hungry?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
because the cost of
If
living
they
is way
got
too
a
high.
job, they would still be hungry?
Yeah.
See, I told you millennials are kind of missing on this half.
Can I ask you why you
Right?
support Trump?
And they think like, beta males.
No. Well, on that note, like I
Why
kinda,
would you give a person your food? All they're going to do is stay there and beg for more. They don't have a reason to go to work.
That's a personal problem for them.
But it's your problem. You keeping them down.
No.
You feeding them at no respect and nothing from them.
No.
You think that's fair?
Yeah.
That's right to just feed a person without them having to earn their way.
It's better than sitting there starving.
And you feel the same way too.
Definitely. I mean,
So
how could you not?
So feeding them is better than them starving and getting a job to take care of
Well, that's the
themselves.
thing. A lot of them will not get up. And
Well,
A lot
why
of-
would they? They know you coming by and feed them.
Being in poverty actually lowers your IQ. That's an actual that's an actual fact.
No, they're smarter than you
Who, homeless people?
Uh-huh.
Well, then why are they
in
homeless?
certain ways.
because they know how to get your money, your food.
But then
I rest my case again.
they don't have any comfort.
I rest my case again.
But they don't have any comfort. They
They're
don't
very
have.
comfortable out there.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
have
are.
you seen how they live?
I know for a fact, I know homeless people who have been given shelter, food, and everything, and they don't take it. They go and stay there for a minute, but they love living outside.
Yeah. No.
And
Yeah.
they love begging.
I'm choosy about who I give stuff to.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. When it comes to homeless people,
How can you tell?
you could tell.
How?
There's some homeless people, they're some of them are better off than me. A lot of them, like wasn't a friend, but a guy I knew, he would go and panhandle on the streets, pretend like he was homeless. He would make over $200,000 a year.
I
and
know
it's all
people like
cash.
that too.
So a lot of them, they have nicer clothes than me. A lot of them, I see them, they're in shape, and I'm like, nah, you're not homeless. There's some that you can tell that they actually need help, and
Did
they're
you-
actually hungry.
Did you give your friend money when he was on the street?
No,
Did you give him a piece of bread?
no.
Oh.
But you
said
can
were
tell the
homeless At one
difference.
time?
Yeah,
Why?
because I wasn't making enough money to live in LA.
So why did you go back home?
Why didn't I go back home? Because I just
you a
figured out how to
runaway?
handle it. Am I a runaway? No, I'm 30 years old. I'm not a runaway. But no, you just figure it out. It's not like a big deal.
Do you believe in free health care for all?
To a degree, I don't think the government should be running anything where they control people's lives.
Yes.
Because if you look at anything from the past, I mean, freaking Hitler, that's what he started doing, all that stuff. And then, boom, concentration camps, killing everybody. Because
what the government-
they had to rely on the government.
So I believe in free health care for all.
I believe in affordable
he-
health care.
yeah,
I
he's
believe. How's the same thing? Hold on. So are you telling me that insulin, which costs $600, is a fair price, and when in
That's insane.
When in what is it, Germany or Sweden, you can get it for like $5-6?
But we're not in Germany or Sweden.
No,
Yeah, but that's
We're
what he's
in
saying.
America.
No, I know, but we can be just like them. They have better lives than we do.
We can also open up state lines so that you can buy from anywhere and let the competition decide the rate.
True.
You know,
That's true.
companies-
Or we can
Because they got
regulate
a
it so where it's not
restriction-
spiked
they have
up
a
by
restriction
10,000%.
where-
regulate it.
Yeah, or you
Yeah,
can, or,
that's
or
easy
you can
too.
They have
regulate it so where it's not. So you're telling
No.
me. So you're telling me a life-saving drug, when it costs $5 to make, it's okay to sell it for $600?
No, it's okay to open it up in this country where anyone that want to sell it.
But
you
that's
go to
that's
wherever
not
you
answering
want
the
to buy
question.
it.
That's not answering the question.
I said no.
So it's not okay to jump up the price. So you think so?
No.
You also believe in affordable health care?
If a company, if private businesses created this stuff and they want to jump up the prices, they have a right to do it.
They do.
And you should have a right to go to another store, another across the road, or across the street,
Mm-hmm.
and ask that business if they have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they determine the prices that you want to pay. Am I right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But he
But
thinks
I
like a
also
liberal.
feel like
What do you think about Hassan being a liberal?
I think he can do whatever the heck he wants to
Well,
do.
is that right for a man to be a liberal?
What's wrong with a man being liberal?
You think a man should be a liberal?
I don't see anything wrong with a man
Is
being a liberal.
A man who is a liberal, he's a beta or alpha?
It depends on the situation.
Is he a beta or alpha?
It depends on the situation.
What do you think?
What do I think about what?
A man that's a liberal, is he a
Mm-hmm.
beta male or an alpha male?
I think he's a human. I mean,
How about beta or alpha?
he's a human.
How about beta or alpha?
Beta or alpha? A mixture of both.
He can't be both. You only can be
Why
one.
not? What's wrong
Well,
with
are
being
you
both?
saying there's only one liberal man, so he can only be one? There's multiple liberal men.
Right, but
everybody's
they're
different.
beta males, though.
But everybody's
What's the
different.
definition of beta?
A weak man.
A weak
That's
man?
not
A
true.
man that think that health care should be free
Beta-
for all. Do you believe education should be free for all?
I think it should be affordable.
How about you?
What? I think education is pretty much free for all in
Should it
America.
be?
Just when you get to college.
Should it be free for all?
Affordable. I mean,
affordable. Yeah.
Should it be free for all?
It should be affordable.
Should it be free for all is the question.
No, it should be affordable. They should lower the
Are you
prices of it.
Are you liberal?
Me?
No,
I
you-
already told you that.
What'd you say?
Neither. I don't. I look at
So are you
things.
voting in 2020 for the president?
I voted for a third party. Yeah.
Are you going to vote this in 2020?
For a third party. Yeah.
How about you?
I don't know who the candidate's going to be, but yes, I'm going to vote.
Did you vote last time?
I did.
Who did you vote for?
I was 18. I didn't know too much about politics. I voted third party.
Oh, you did? Okay, I got a rush here. Do you find it easy to date?
Me? I mean, yeah, if I put effort into it, I don't think it would be too hard.
You don't think so? How about
Yeah.
you?
Relatively easy.
Are you afraid to approach women and just talk to them?
No, not really.
Are you?
No.
How about you?
Why would I be?
No.
No?
Because women are humans, right?
Would you marry any of these women that you know already?
Yes.
You would marry them?
Yes.
How about you?
Of course.
And why?
I mean, similar values, beautiful people. They know how to take care of me and a house. So,
Do you trust women?
of course.
Do you date outside of your race?
Yeah, I have. I've only dated outside of my race.
You only date outside. And why is that?
You don't choose who you love.
Oh yeah. Why did you choose your own people?
Like I just said, you don't choose who you love. I don't choose who to love.
So you walk past the Allah Akbar girl. And
Can we
And
call,
you-
can
so
we
you-
call them Pakistani? Can we call them Pakistani
Okay.
girls instead
All right.
of
so you
something
so you have a
racist?
line of women, right? You have the Pakistani, you have the white,
Girls
you have the
don't,
Mexican,
girls
you have
don't
the
line
black.
up for me.
So
Girls
you
don't
walk-
line up for me.
You will always pass. I ain't gonna love that one. I love the white girl.
No, like I said, I don't choose who I love.
Which race have you dated?
Which race? I've dated Asian, as in,
Asian.
yes, Asian, Mexican, and yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
And white, sorry, white.
I knew you had dated a white girl.
Why? Why'd you know I dated a white girl?
You just look like you have.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm trying to figure
Just
out.
take it as a compliment.
I'll take it as a
So why don't you like your own race?
It's not that I don't like them. It's that I haven't had the pleasure of getting close to many women of my race.
They don't have them in your neighborhood?
They do, but it's different. I don't really. I go more off of people in school or people around me, or
you
people
don't-
at the gym.
And you don't have any around you at school?
Not too many, no.
Not even one.
I mean, sure, there's one, but there's reasons why I don't approach them, why I don't talk to them.
Why?
Could be many reasons. I mean,
Are they hard to, Pakistani women hard to deal with?
no. I think they're. If you want to compare them to women, to Western women, they're easier.
So why don't you take the easy one then?
Because who wants something easy in life?
So what?
Who wants something easy in life? I
So
mean,
you want hell?
no, I don't want hell. I want someone that I don't choose who I love. If I talk to someone and I love them, I'm gonna date them.
Oh.
If I talk to someone I don't love them, I'm not gonna date
But
them.
if you're not talking to the Pakistani woman, how do you know if you love her or not?
Because I haven't talked to them. So how am I gonna know?
But why don't you talk to them to find out?
Oh, I will. I'm 21. I'm still gonna talk to many women in my life. I'm not in a
So
hurry.
you're working your way up to them.
I'm not. No, I'm not working my way up. I'm living a stable life.
Are you white?
I'm white, yeah.
So have you dated outside of your race?
Yeah.
Have you dated a white woman?
Yeah.
You have? And what races of women have you dated?
Asian, black.
Why everybody dating the Asians?
Because I was in high school
should find
and she
out.
kissed me. That's
Oh.
why. I don't know.
That's all it took.
It just happened.
No,
Slut maker.
He said, what?
And so you dated white, Asian, black.
Yeah.
How did that happen with a black woman?
I worked with her and she was attractive, so I started talking to her, and then I was like, oh, you're attractive and you're fun to talk to. Let's go hang out. And then we started dating for a little bit.
And what was that like?
It was cool.
It was?
Yeah.
And what else have you dated? What other races of women?
I think that's it. Asian, black.
So Asian, white, and black.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
I mean, there's really no preference. I'm pretty shallow. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it all okay, are you gonna go and try and start a conversation with somebody you're not attracted to that you don't know?
He has a point.
No, you are gonna go and talk to somebody who you are attracted to. So there's the shallowness coming in. Then once you get to know them, it's like, okay, like you kind of suck. I'd rather talk to a wall. Like, see you later. Like that's in every race there is. There are people like that. Then there's people in every race where it's like, you're awesome. Like, let's go hang out.
Were you able to handle a black woman?
What?
You know how black women have attitudes, right?
Not all of them.
You ever dated one that didn't have an attitude?
I mean, everybody
rest
has
my case.
everybody has an attitude at some point.
Have you ever dated one that didn't have an attitude?
Yeah.
And why'd you with her now then?
Why I'm not with her now?
Wait, how do you know he's not with
Work
her?
out.
It didn't work out?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I got bored.
You got bored?
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you believe in sex before marriage?
Yes.
You do? Why?
Why not?
No, why do you believe in
No,
sex?
but why not?
Why do you?
I think you reach a whole new level of connection.
That's for sure. And why?
Literally.
What type of level of connection do you reach when you have sex with them before marriage?
I think it's to the point where you can. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, of course. I'm not speaking for anyone else. But usually, when I'm willing to have sex with someone, I'm willing to trust them with my life. If I'm not gonna go to bed with them, I'm not gonna trust them with $1.
So when you have sex with a woman, you're like, I'm having sex with you. I trust you with my life.
Yeah, because if I wasn't
Do
able
your
to,
parents know you feel this way? Your father know this?
yeah.
Why would you trust a woman with your life? She'll kill you.
Why would I?
Yeah.
I mean, you were married before, right?
No.
You sure about that?
I have a
Oh,
kid,
you have
but I
a
ain't
kid, right?
married.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you slept with a woman. So how did you know your wife wasn't gonna stab you in your sleep, or your partner?
That's why I kept my eye open, not partner, my girlfriend.
So you slept with one eye
One
open,
eye open.
just in case she pulls out a knife and
That's
just goes for
right.
the chest.
Why would she kill you?
So you don't trust women now.
So do you trust women?
Yeah.
You do? Do you have sex out of wedlock?
I plead the fifth.
Would you have sex out of wedlock?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
And why?
I mean, sometimes things just happen.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, imagine you're at this girl's house and you're making out and she grabs your dick. All right, like, it's kind of hard to say no to that. Like,
Now you're making him uncomfortable.
No, I don't.
it's
I
like,
was just sitting comfortably.
Oh,
yeah, it's just,
and so you can't help yourself?
I mean, I can, but sometimes you just don't want to. You're just like, that feels good. All right, let's just keep going, you know? Like, why
Are
not?
you a slut maker?
What is a slut maker?
You.
What is that? No, like, what is a slut maker? I
A
don't know what
man
that
who
is.
have sex out of wedlock.
I guess I am a slut maker then.
You a slut maker?
But that makes it sound like I'm making this girl a slut for having sex with me. That's not the case. If anything, I'm the slut for having sex.
No, she's a slut for having it with you without being married.
Why?
Wait, so the woman is a slut, not the man?
Right. Women are sluts, and men who have sex out of wedlock, and men are slut makers. So are you a slut maker?
I don't want to define myself as a slut maker. I
But
feel like
you
the
could
people
be
that
one, right?
I do stuff with are not slutty or
But
anything.
you're turning them into sluts.
Okay, the definition of a slut is somebody who has sex with multiple partners, like at a time, like a lot of them. And it's
No.
like they just go around and they don't care. Like having sex out of wedlock does not make you a slut.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Women who have sex out of wedlock are sluts,
That's
and
not
men who have
true.
sex with them are slut makers.
No, that's
Are
not
you a slut
true.
maker?
No, I'm a virgin.
You're a virgin? You never had sex out of wedlock?
No,
Oh, is that the truth?
of course.
Right on. So what do you think about this slut maker?
I think he's a beautiful slut maker. I mean, he's a good
Yes.
guy. He's a good guy. I've talked to him before. He's a
So, you met him before?
in the lobby.
In the
Oh,
lobby.
and then you thought right away, this is a good slut maker?
Yes.
He's a good guy. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him.
No, he really is a decent young man.
Yeah.
That's why I invited him to. So he has no shame about being a slut maker. What do you think about that?
I'm not judgmental. He wants to live his life the way he wants.
As a slut maker?
Yeah. Who am I to judge?
Amazing. What do you think about him being a virgin at 20 years old?
I think
21.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, do your thing.
Are you going to wait until you get married?
That's the plan.
And why?
I think it's same thing I said earlier. I wouldn't have sex with someone I wouldn't trust in my life. So I think they're a little correlated.
And so, what do you think about the slut maker over there that's sleeping with anything come along?
There's not anything coming along. I am so picky. All right, I can count the number of people I slept with on
How
2
many
hands.
you slept with?
I really have to think about it. I don't remember some of their
You
names.
should count them on your hand, right? You count all 10 fingers.
1, 2, 3.
You might want to ask him a question. It's going to take me a minute to count this up.
So, did you know before today that you're a slut maker?
I still disagree that I'm a slut maker.
Sure about
What?
I still disagree that I'm a slut maker.
But you are. Think about it. You're making sluts.
That's not sluts.
What is it then?
A slut is not someone who has sex. That's like, isn't that like technically like what is it when you have sex out of before you're married? It's not called a slut.
Premarital sex.
Yeah, it's premarital sex.
So,
It's
do
not
you
a
live on
slut.
your own or at home?
I live at home.
Beta. Why are you living at home? You're a grown man.
Why would I want to move out?
Because you're a man.
But I help my parents around the house.
They don't need your help.
Are you sure?
Why don't you go out and become a man? Why are you living at
Because
home?
the
All the
money-
girls live at home until their husband come and get them.
The money I make, I
Are
invest.
you waiting for someone to come and get you?
I mean, sure.
Are you waiting for your husband?
No, I am not waiting for my husband. I hope that answers your question.
And then why are you waiting at home? You're 21 years old. I
Yeah.
left home at 18.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, let's talk about how much cheaper it was to leave
Yeah.
home at 18 when
No,
you were 18.
okay, no, tell me this. Okay, if
But
I
a
have
real man wouldn't think about
But
that. He
tell me-
would go out and make his way. He wouldn't
I
live on a
know.
mama's
but tell me this. Why would I want to move out when I can be investing all of the money I'm making?
Because you're a man. You're supposed to go and earn your way.
But would I rather not have a future for myself right now? Let's say I'm making $45,000 a year right now.
Right.
I invest 40 of that, and I'm a 250 in 5 years. Do you not consider that better than
No.
paying someone
That's
rent?
beta.
How is that beta? I think that's
Because
smart.
you're living with mama.
I feel like paying somebody rent is beta because then you're relying
Yeah, exactly.
on them for
I think
your housing.
I think rent is pretty
But
beta.
which one is better, to pay rent on your own as a man to be learning and overcoming issues and dealing with life, or to live with mama and save money?
I mean, both of them have their
Which
pluses.
one is beta?
Both of them have their pros.
Which one
both
is
have their
beta?
cons.
I'll tell you right now, no girls have had any issues with me living at home.
So what?
No girls that I've talked to have any issues with me living at home.
You know why?
Why?
Because they see you as beta.
Really?
When
Is that why they all
when
want to sleep with
when
me?
they
Is
get
that
it-
why?
That's why what?
Is that why they want to sleep with me?
Yeah, because they see this is a weak beta. I can use him.
You could.
He actually does have kind of a point there. I know a lot of girls that are like, this guy's weak, I can control him.
Yes.
I mean, I don't spend a dollar.
but that doesn't
I don't
mean
spend a
that-
dollar on the first date.
Yeah,
I'll tell
but
you
that doesn't mean he's a beta.
yeah,
Yeah,
he is
like,
beta.
no.
You don't spend $1 on the first date.
No, why would I?
They pay for you.
No, as in I pay for myself. I don't spend a dollar on them.
You don't spend money on them.
Not on the first date.
When you're in a long-term relationship,
I was.
and you just end it. Why you ending it?
Things didn't work out.
What was the long-term? How long were you dealing with her?
Well, I'm 21, so it was a year long. So that's like 5% of my life.
Is that a long time?
For a 21-year-old, yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, for someone as young as me, I think a year is pretty long.
So you, when you meet a girl, they ask, where do you live? You say, I live with mama.
I met a girl at the gym literally yesterday, and
Mama.
I told her, and she wants to grab coffee on Tuesday.
I
So,
bet she did.
yeah,
She like, this is a good one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
So she's a good one too.
how old were you when you left home?
Oh, when I left home? 22? 22?
And see, he left home.
I'm
Now
21.
he's out there being homeless and making his own way.
But I'm 21.
Alpha
so
male,
but do I still not
except
have a
for the
year
sex
left?
part,
So do
slut
I still
maker.
not have a year left? I'm only 21.
No, you're supposed to leave home at 18.
Why? And
Because-
struggle?
Yeah,
What's the minimum wage right now?
it
12.50?
doesn't matter. Get 2 jobs.
Why?
You know how those Mexicans get 2 jobs?
Yeah, because they have to.
But
And
okay, on that note, Mexicans are very family oriented, and most of them live with like 5, 6, 7, 8 people who are family members.
Exactly.
So they're not just
They're betas.
no.
Yeah.
It's just a different way
I
of
think
living.
I think it's smart. That's a multicultural.
Culture.
Yeah,
Just-
multicultural.
it's just their culture.
It goes back to
So
where we
you
were
guys
before.
are proving my point. There's something wrong with the millennials.
So you think I'm
Half
beta?
a part is
So you-
I
computer.
don't think
and-
anybody's proved any points here today at all, actually. It's kind of just been like talking around in circles, and then you say, yes, you proved my point. And it's
So
like, what was proved?
here's my point. You support abortion as a woman's choice. You can kill your child if you want. Doesn't feel like you support abortion. You dance with the boys at the club. You okay with
That's the
it?
voice at the club.
I don't go to clubs. I have no
See,
opinion.
see what I get from you, if you don't mind me saying, you're very this or that, this or that. See, everything we've talked about, there's been situations, there's been different levels of it in between, but you're like yes or no, yes or no.
Have you ever taken an IQ test?
IQ? No,
Why not? Are you afraid of the results?
that's some beta stuff.
Really?
I don't need anyone to tell me how smart I am.
That's kind of true in a way. I mean,
Yeah, thank
intelligence
you. See how
is-
beta
I
you are
mean-
compared to him?
well, intelligence is based nowadays is based off of education.
Yeah.
Being educated does not mean intelligence. Like I can
Thank
go with
you.
my
But
dad and build a
education
house,
nowadays-
but I can go with my dad and build a
Yeah.
house. Could you do that with your dad?
No.
So who's
Beta!
more intelligent in that situation?
I mean, we all have
I
our pluses.
rest
I
my
can build a
case.
car with my dad.
That's
so
what I'm saying. So when it comes to cars, you're much more intelligent than
Yeah.
me. When it comes to computer science, you're much more, but when it comes to other stuff, I'm more intelligent than you. So intelligence, the way it's based off of in this country, it just does not make sense at all to me.
You wasting time at school.
No, you're not
Really?
wasting time at
And
school.
you're wasting
You
your
are not
time.
wasting time at school.
And you waste your time staying at home with mama.
Really?
That's not a waste of time
I'm
either.
living
Stay
a
with
pretty
your
good
parents
life.
as long as you can.
Exactly. Yeah. You see.
Ooh, that's bad advice.
I'm living a
No,
pretty
it's
good
great
life.
You gonna
advice.
take that advice from a slut maker?
Of course.
Yes.
He's a good slut maker.
So I need you guys to answer real quickly. I
Yes.
gotta,
Yeah.
I gotta put you
Yeah.
in the hot seat. All right.
Okay.
So I need you to answer these questions as quickly as possible.
Oh God, this is gonna suck.
The hot seat.
I start here. Do you want your wife to work or stay at home?
Whatever she wants.
How about you?
Whatever she wants.
Beta. Is it possible to have perfect peace?
No.
What do you say?
Yes.
Beta. Is there anything wrong with having a one-night stand?
No.
What do you say?
See, that's a complicated one, but for now, I'm gonna say no.
Has feminism made women more or less happy?
I don't know. I'm not a woman. I can't answer that.
Has feminism made women more or less happy?
Less.
Are white people under attack in America?
No.
Are white people under attack in America?
No.
Is it healthy to watch pornography?
No.
Definitely not. No.
It's not healthy to watch pornography?
No.
Should
That's
homeless people be
improving.
allowed to live on the sidewalk?
No. No.
What do you say?
No.
Well, how are you going to feed them then? You say you give them bread when you walk by.
Because they panhandle.
Are you proud? Are you proud to be an American?
To an extent, yes.
What? Are you proud to be an American?
Yeah.
Why are you not proud? To
I didn't
be?
say I'm not proud.
said
I
to
am
an
proud to
extent.
an extent.
Why not the whole extent?
Because I'm not proud of what the government is doing in other countries, but I'm proud of being in America.
So why don't you go over to the other country and help them?
Or I can stay here and help people here.
Like how?
Giving money to charity, doing what I can, giving food to the homeless, making sure they're well fed.
Is it good that California is a sanctuary state?
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's a more complicated question than a yes or a no. So I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna go with yes because there's more good in it than bad.
Is it good that California is a sanctuary state?
No.
Would you date a communist?
Communist? Yeah.
Would you date a communist?
I mean, if they were good looking and nice to me, then yeah.
Amazing.
I have friends